Hey fabulous entrepreneurs, it's your girl Jen Kim dropping knowledge bombs on all things business brilliance. Have you ever felt drained by your business and wondered if it was the business model that was right for you? Well, you're in the right spot because today we're diving deep into the online business game, specifically spilling the tea on coaching and consulting practice models. We're breaking down the pros and cons of memberships, high-ticket consulting, mixing it up with done with you and done for you stuff, courses, and more. Get ready to uncover the secrets to finding the coaching or consulting model that's going to slay for you in 2024. By the end of this video, you'll be armed with the information to confidently choose the path that's going to make your business pop. So let's spill the tea on coaching and consulting practice models. At a recent live event, over 25% of the room said that they were seriously doubting their business model. Yikes. It's no secret that the coaching and consulting industry has been radically shifting, which means that if you want to achieve the impact and income you've always dreamt of without compromising your lifestyle, then you have to do something differently. Once your business is redesigned to suit you, the skies will part, birds will sing, heavenly music will magically start playing, and your possibilities will skyrocket. You may have noticed by now that the coaching boom has slowed a little bit. More importantly, even some of the most established companies have had to drastically change direction or even die. You may have also noticed that the top coaches in the industry are saying that the coaching industry is growing and has no sign of stopping. Now, I'm not saying that they're wrong, but they definitely aren't telling the whole story. And that's why me saying the coaching industry is dying and saying it's growing at the same time seems to compete with each other. So it's confusing, but I promise you there's an explanation. It's about discernment. It's about adaptation. Such is the way of business. We all have to adapt to stay alive. But what adaptations are the smartest to make? Let me read you into the most potent market trend that my team and I took into account when we planned our 2024. High ticket and group programs with low support are dying if they aren't already dead. People are rightfully so demanding a high level of support with their investments. This means that your offers, your messaging, and your marketing and sales strategies likely need to be adjusted and made relevant to the needs and transparency of today's market. Of course, how you execute that will depend on your industry, the people you serve, and your archetypal design. Now, if you want to dig in and ensure that you're not going to be weighed down by out-of-touch strategies, I want to help. If you are a woman who wants to be known as thought leader, subject matter expert, or entrepreneur, or a C-suite executive who wants to laterally transfer out of your current role, or you're a team leader within a company in a small to medium-sized business, or an owner of that small to medium-sized business, then I'm on a mission to help you build the wealth, power, and leadership of your dreams. If you've doubted your business model in the past year, then keep listening. When you're choosing your coaching or consulting hustle, think about what vibes with you and matches your strengths. Memberships, high-ticket consulting, or maybe a mix of doing it together and doing it for them. Pivot if you feel the vibe is off. Staying nimble allows you to stay real. It's all about staying agile in this ever-changing game. The magic happens when you find the coaching or consulting model that lights you up, aligns with your strengths, and speaks to your people. Courses have mass appeal, but they're missing that personal touch. So mixing it up with done with you and done for you for that sweet spot of scale and customization is probably something to think about. In 2024, it's about building ecosystems, offering courses for the masses, and personalized coaching for those craving that VIP treatment. Now, let's go ahead and dive into masterminds as a business model. You may already know this, but pricey masterminds with no one-on-one mentorship is really a thing of the past. If you've ever invested in a mastermind, chances are that you've been disappointed with the lack of access to the expert you wanted to learn from. We've been allowing this standard of poor customer support in our industry for far too long. And now I want to change that. Let me tell you just one cautionary tale of me investing in a mastermind with a well-known industry leader that massively let me down. So I know that every time I invest in a mastermind or someone who has experience that I don't have is a good idea. Even if I get one idea from it, I know that I'm going to use that to help elevate what my goals and vision are. So I got invited to this incredible mastermind, and it involved, at the end of it, sitting down at dinner with a billionaire. And this person is a pretty famous person. They own an island in the Caribbean. They are known as a daredevil, and also they've invited other important people like my girl Oprah and Michelle Obama to sit at the table as well. So I imagine myself sitting at that table where those important people sat and being immersed in that energy. And so for me, I was like, okay, good. This seems like something I should do. I want to have that experience. The investment itself was almost 6 figures, okay? I like to believe that anytime you invest in something big, what you need to really be thinking about is what is the 1 or 2 things that if I take away from this experience, I will get what I need to step up, to go to the next level. And I don't choose masterminds or groups or any type of mentorship thinking that I am going to get everything that's on their sales page. In fact, when you do that, you're missing out on what you actually need. So for half a year, I continued in this group, even though the entire time I felt like the conversations weren't for me. There was a lot of, frankly, trash talking. There was a lot of, clowning you on your ideas. In fact, I had brought an idea called Femfluence to the table. This was over 8 years ago, and everyone in the group thought it was a stupid idea. In fact, quote, someone said, "Why would you effing do that? That is the stupidest thing you could do. You already have a successful business. Why would you distract yourself with that idea?" So first and foremost, what I want you to understand is like when anybody is talking like that around you, you're probably not in the right place, right? But I had my end goal in mind, that island in the Caribbean where we would be sitting at that table. I ended up actually not going out to that island because as I realized by being in the group, I didn't belong. And guess what, friends? I didn't get a refund. And some people would say, you should have demanded a refund. You should have got all your money back. And no, you know why I didn't ask for my money back? Because I got what I needed. I knew that I thought these people, because they were well-known personal brands in the online industry, that I needed to hang out with them in order to be like them. Because I come from the corporate world, it was a little bit different. And then I realized, oh my gosh, thank you. Thank you for telling me that I didn't need this. And the one thing that I did get out of it were 2 amazing contacts who became best friends and clients and colleagues who just out of those relationships, I've made $1 million. So I just want you to know that that is an example of what looks like a really scary or not worth it situation that I turned into something that could totally work for me, and you can too. Now, I hope that you haven't had to learn the lesson the hard way like I have and that I just told you about. But either way, I want you to know that hope is on the horizon and that this industry is changing. More and more leaders are making the shift that my team and I have already made to design our mastermind around the individual. Expert one-on-one support, structured referrals, and individually curated strategic plans. Safe to say we are not messing around, and I am never gonna do what those people did to me, to anyone, right? So let's break down the nitty-gritty of coaching and consulting, focusing on memberships, agency, done-for-you offers, and courses. We're talking about the good, the bad, and the real talk. So let's talk about memberships. The pros of them are steady cash flow, like a consistent money party every month. It's the gift that keeps on giving. You build a community, that recurring revenue is sweet music to your ears. The cons are, and they're big, keeping that community engaged and ensure that whoever you let in is a culture fit who will actually do the work. Not always a walk in the park. And if folks start dropping out, well, there goes your client satisfaction rates and steady cash flow. Agency done for you offers. So the pros are big bucks, baby. High ticket consulting is where you're playing in the major leagues. You're the expert, the problem solver, and your paycheck reflects that. Plus, you're making a direct impact on your client's success. The cons are bloated packages in a constantly changing industry means that the agency processes can be too cumbersome to create an excellent client experience while still retaining a full staff. Let's talk about courses next. Pros. Scale, baby, scale. At least that's what they say, right? Courses are like setting your knowledge free to roam the world. Everyone gets a piece of the pie and you're the one baking it. More students, more revenue, and you're the educator of the masses. The cons though, it's missing that personal touch. Not everyone's vibing with the lack of one-on-one, and some might feel a bit lost in the crowd. This can create a client churn issue, potentially sucking you into the pattern of trying to increase traffic and sales to a low-ticket course that might not provide the return on investment you're looking for. In the coaching and consulting world of 2024, it's all about tailoring your business model to what best serves you and your clients. Memberships for that steady income, agency done for you offers for that big ticket impact, and courses for casting that wide net. Mix and match to find the combo that suits your vibe and serves your audience like no one else. Remember, it's not just about what's hot now, it's about what aligns with your strengths, your brand, and where you see yourself making the most impact. Now, tell me, as we've discussed this, which one's calling your name? Memberships, high-ticket agency deals, or courses? Drop it in the comments below and let's keep this real talk rolling.